Hi everyone, welcome to our Cancer reading for January 2021. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as always. Those are intuitively guided to the reading, and you don't know if there's Cancer in your chart, don't worry about it, just trust your intuition. Welcome. If you're here checking on a Cancer or in whatever format, understand that your guides know that you're here, so some of these messages will also be for you. Just be open to that. And just welcome, guys. So I feel like I haven't done a Cancer reading in forever. So I look back and it wasn't that long ago, but I don't know why. It just feels like it's been a while. Maybe that means that you need a reading. All right, we're going to start with our Mother Mary deck. This is an Oracle deck. And then we'll bring in the Tarot. Two new decks. Actually, I bought three, but these two seem to come to the forefront, so we're going to keep using them until something else calls. Okay. Just want to calm our minds, open our hearts heart center, our third eye, and let's begin. Many of you know I don't know if I'm a Gemini moon or a Cancer moon because I don't know my time of birth, and it's not on my birth certificate, so anyone who would know is gone. So I always think that I'm both. I feel like I'm a little Gemini, I'm a little Cancer. Okay, way too many. Just going to take one or two. I'm going to stop talking. There we go. We have devotion. Devotion. You know, devotion. That seems to fit Cancer to me so well. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I'm clear about what to do next. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. We'll read this in the end, but I like to see how they relate to your reading. So, devotion. All right, so we're going to bring in, this is called the Tarot of Dreams. I don't know why when I bought them I didn't realize they were going to be larger than, you know, your regular tarot deck. And that's okay. Let's give it one more. My decks are always pre-shuffled, just so you know, but I like to shuffle them when I have you here also. Okay, let's begin. January. These are really your mid-Januaries, but time is fluid. I almost hate restricting them to a certain time period, because I feel like, you know, whenever the right time for you to see this reading will be the right time for you. But we have to put a category on it for YouTube. Ace of Cups is your first card. Beautiful. No matter what else is going on, we have the Ace of Cups. To me, the Ace of Cups is not just the love of someone else. It's funny, it's two people holding up that cup. Could certainly talk about soulmates, right? But to me, it's also universal love from divine, like always pouring down on you. So, anyway, I have a feeling it's going to talk about a soulmate energy. We have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the card of victory. You know, it looks like he's claiming victory. Does that mean he truly has it? Well, you know, he's standing above the people, looking over the people. So we'll see. I mean, is it a false hope or is it reality? We have the Eight of Wands. A lot of wands in Cancer reading right off the bat. So the Eight of Wands is, to me, it's what I think about, I bring about. It's also fast-moving energy, which can be chaotic. Doesn't have to be, but it does feel chaotic. It's like pushing those birds out of place because it's coming in so quickly. There are doves surrounding it, though. We have the six, oh, yeah, Eight of Wands, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a beautiful type energy. It's almost like what I give, I receive. What I receive, I give. It's being open to both in the Six of Pentacles. If I receive much, I give much. In all formats, not just in my finances, in my knowledge, in my wisdom, but it's also in my heart. So, okay, well, let's keep going. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, coming right under this Ace of Cups. He looks very calm in this card. I'm really just learning these cards with you. I did a lot of shuffling and did everything, and blessed them and all that. But I really didn't glance through the cards themselves because I wanted to see them as you see them, right when they come out. So I kind of like this King of Pentacles. He looks relaxed, chilled, stable. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Five of Wands coming under the Eight of Wands. And we have the King of Wands. Potentially in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coming under that Six of Pentacles, but also next to the Five of Wands. So he carries both energies. The King of Pentacles is carrying the energy of the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Wow. All right, well, let's get our last four cards out, and then we'll break it down. And we will break it down. We have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords could certainly be communication that is about to come in. When I think of a page, I think of the atmosphere, the atmosphere that surrounds me, even if I don't know it. It's something that's in the making that's about to come to me. Page of Swords is also someone who is learning to use their voice, learning to live in their own authentic skin, right? It's part of my journey. It's also about using the sword. Remember, the sword is a tool that has been given to you, and that sword is another use for it is to cut out what no longer serves you. This page can also be of a younger person, of a younger time, and it's swords, so that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wow, we have the Ace of Swords. I'm wondering if this King of Pentacles has been thinking about contacting you, probably through your home. You may have been doing something where, let's say you're speaking, or let's just say it's your Facebook, and you make a post where it's like an opinion based. Someone may have, this king could have seen that, and it may have stirred something, of I should reach out. So I feel like this is him in thought, and then this is him in movement. And the king doesn't have to be a male. In a personal reading, it would definitely be a male. But because we have so many different people from different lives and everything. The reading is open to everyone. So anyways, I like this king. We have the Four of Swords. I have to say, I feel like someone in this Four of Swords, what they're looking at, what they're healing, is a little bit of their ego, whether that be you. And, don't take that wrong. I feel like, in a reading, you want the truth, right? The truth of the matter, so that we can examine it. And if it's not fitting any longer, we can let it go. No blindfolds. Anyway, I do feel like there's someone who, um, is going through a time period where, listen, they or you may have been asking for help to overcome certain things within ego. The ego is, jealousy, um, all those types of energies that really are more man made. Just be healing over my mind. We have the Strength card of Leo, with the King of Wands right above that. It could certainly represent a Leo. And then we have three more cards. We have the Knight of Coins, beautiful energy. Knight of Coins talks about a pentacle that's coming into your physical world. The Earth is about your physical world, um, and then what you do with it, right? But the Knight of Pentacles really is the energy of a guardian angel who is bringing a pentacle to you. It talks about patience, right? Have patience to allow something to fully develop, to come, of no shadow, come completely illuminated. And, for whatever reason, there has been, it's been a slow but steady pace. We have the Five of Swords. And look at this, we have the Wheel. Some of you, this could talk about a relationship that's coming back together. With the Ten of Cups, you could have been married. All I feel here, even at this King of Wands, he's next to the Five of Wands, which is about resistant energy. It's people who, um, you know, sometimes I feel like they're so like-minded, but they don't see that. Maybe because it is more ego type energy that they can't see. If I turned around, um, and we worked together, boy, what a power couple we can be. Even if this is work related, you have Pentacles right above that. So, anyways, I do have to say, I feel like some of you, this healing that's going on within the Four Swords, and I just want to show you the Four Swords, they depict it nicely. You have the Three Swords, right? And these three swords are what pierced your heart. Sometimes I feel the sword is theirs, mine, and then the truth in the middle. But he's also laying on a sword. And to me, it's, I want the realization of the true me, the truth of maybe where my part was at in it. And listen, it doesn't mean you just want the truth, right? Because it is the truth that sets us free. And I do feel like there's a little bit of wanting to heal that type of energy. Because again, if these two people turned around, even if it's a group, they turned around and started to see how they're good for each other, um, I feel like everything would change. And then we have the Strength card down here in the corner. So we have the Ace of Cups over here. We have the Strength card straight diagonally down from it. Strength card is about, how do I recover from this? Well, Four Swords can be praying and asking for the healing that you need. Be specific. Like, what healing do you need? The Strength card is understanding that part of that power of overcoming is already within you. You already have that tool. Um, what were Sam and I talking about? How, something that we go through or we're going through, someone else has gone through. And I don't know the significance of that other than We're all connected. So anyways, this feels good. We have the wheel over here. This could certainly talk about something, another try. It would make sense with Mother Mary asking you to fully commit, not just to your values, but your relationships and God. So I feel like I got two people here, and I feel like one's coming in this way, one's coming in this way. This person feels like perhaps they are of an earlier time. Again, I feel like you were connected to them and there was probably a split. Healing needs to happen. Again, the realization of, all the truths in front of me. So why? Well, that way I can make a decision if I want to do it again. If it didn't work out, if there was a lot of ego involved, well, then I want to know that so I don't repeat it, right? We don't want to repeat what didn't work. But if we stay in that energy, it just keeps coming back. I see the Eight of Wands like, I'll keep coming back, right? I'll keep coming back to help you learn the lesson or help them learn, or both of you learn the lesson of, what was wrong here. Five of Swords, what was toxic? What was toxic to the relationship? Wheel feels like another chance, maybe to get it right, right? Because we open with the Ace of Cups. We have the energy of victory. Sometimes that can be a little ego energy, um, but ultimately, this line ends at the Six of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles to me talks about maybe within that Eight of Wands energy, me learning the lessons of it, um, and understanding that where I am today makes me a much more compassionate and empathetic person, which is really what I feel we're supposed to be here on Earth, right? So it puts you in a much more giving type energy, and not just that. The Six of Pentacles is about allowing yourself to receive also. It's an equal, right? It's a balance of the receiving and the giving. Okay, let's go ahead and, well, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Look at this. We have the sun. Well, here's your illumination. This is you looking for the truth and hiding nothing from yourself. Um, and it's probably applies to anyone you're thinking about also, right? Even if we didn't ask for the sun, here is the sun. So it is going to illuminate, those cracks that can easily be mended. Maybe we didn't want to see those cracks, or we didn't know they were there, right? It's the opportunity to build again, like from the beginning. The sun card to me is a very light-hearted type energy, but I also feel like the sun is important to completely illuminate, and I already know that's partly what it means because I was talking about it before it even showed up. All right, let's bring in the, oh my God, what's the name of them? Oh, the Gilded Tarot. In a week or two, I will completely forget the name of the deck. All right, let's give them a cut. And we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to look right at that Ace of Cups. Oh, something flipped. The Queen of Pentacles flipped over in the deck. Interesting, because now we have the Queen above the cup and the King below the cup. Doesn't matter if you are the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, by the way. It can certainly talk about two people who now are feeling much more stable. This is about, again, your physical world. Queen of Pentacles, especially with the sun behind her, she's someone who she pays attention to the details. The details that other people tend to miss. Now, perhaps she's speaking about these details, and this king down here is open to it. understanding it. Anyways, let's keep going. We have the Strength card again. We have double Leo. But with the Strength card, we have the 10 of Wands. So that tells us right away that this is the ability to overcome those 10 Wands. You know, the 10 of Wands is a time. It's probably a whole cycle of where, you know, things felt like they were on your shoulders. Heavy responsibilities. But this is energy that you take on. You know, it's not energy that you were trying to turn away from. You feel a sense of responsibility, but in the same breath, it's like it becomes almost too much. I feel like in the 10 of Wands, many times we're almost hoping for the Tower to come in. You know, but nonetheless, the Strength card is there, and they're all looking back at this Queen. Interesting. Um, hmm. All right, let's keep going. Let's figure this out. I have to tell you, when I'm looking over here, I have the Five of Swords here, and from that energy comes the Knight of Pentacles. Um, so what that may mean is the Knight of Pentacles, the one who's bringing this pentacle to you, the one that the Queen up here is holding, you know, so it does arrive. Um, but it coming from the Five of Swords energy, where five asks for change. I feel like that is like, it's almost like a sign saying once we look at what's toxic in our lives, including our own thought system or belief system, may have gotten tarnished. We may have picked up other people's beliefs, have taken a place over our own. So we need to we come back to ourselves, so to speak, and the willingness to eliminate those toxins. Then it seems the Knight of Pentacles, well, is probably speeding up. Maybe an opportunity to end some of these burdens. For some of you, this could certainly mean some type of finances on its way. Because, you know, often when I see the Queen of Pentacles, I think of someone who owns a business. I think of, you know, a partner or a manager, that type of thing, when I think of business with her. So this may in some way be bringing some type of financial help. Let's say it that way. That will help alleviate that burden. We have the Five of Cups coming over the Five or the Eight of Wands. We have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. We have the Eight of Cups. We're going to keep that there. And we have the Hangman. Okay, I feel like these have to stay in the top line. Let me bring this down a little bit. Let me move them over. Let each have their own space. So when I do that, I have 6 over here, 6 over here, 5 of Cups right in the middle. Oh, I have one more card here, but I'm going to wait. So let's talk about the 5 of Cups, because everything seems to be stemming from that. 5 of Cups is, you know, I'm looking at my cups that have already spilt. And that's where my focus is at in that 5 of Cups. You know, I'm looking at all that I've lost. But the 5 of Cups' real message is, you know, and you have the 8 of Cups here also. And the 8 of Cups is about looking at your emotional house and bringing some type of cleansing to it, right? It's getting those cups back in order. and moving on. So the Five of Cups. And it's interesting because as I'm focusing on those cups that have spilled over, underneath it is the Eight of Wands energy. So am I bringing something back? Am I trying to manifest something back? And if I am, is that good for me? Because I feel like these are two different directions. It's funny because I'm looking at this person in the Five of Wands who again is looking at the cups that have already spilt. What comes out of her energy is the Ten of Wands. So I know the cups that have spilt have also been her Ten of Wands. Now, did she forget that? Or is she okay with that? Right? Ten of Wands, it's me carrying the burden. Me carrying the heavy responsibility of it, of love, of work, whatever it is. And I'm just wondering, does she remember that? Because on the other side of her is the Death card. The Death card says it's time to put an ending to something that is not serving you. The Death card says don't fear this ending and it's understandable why there could be some fear about ending one thing, but when you do, another door will open, and that's a promise. Another door will open, a new path will emerge. How could it not, right? But I also feel like the Death card is saying, be careful what it is you're thinking about. Because you may bring it back. So I feel like before I do that, I need to move out of I need to move into the Eight of Cups energy, right? And I need to look at those cups. Um, because the hangman's kind of like the wall. It's like first you got to look at these cups, and then the wall will open. The gate will open. Um, so, and by the way, in this energy, that's exactly what the person did. They reflected upon each cup and then stood it up. Standing it up to me means it is not affecting me going forward, right? This person has his back to them and is moving on, moving into the Nine of Cups energy, which is feeling good in life again, right? I'm not allowing the past, even if I want someone back. I feel like it's just saying there's certain energy that needs to be cleared. There are certain truths that need to be seen of all sides, so that if I decide to devote myself to someone again, and I feel like if I do, it's asking that I need to be able to devote myself. But as you know, I feel like after I scale this wall, I set myself free, I move into the Six of Pentacles energy. Again, what has this taught me? It's taught me empathy and compassion for those who are walking my shoes, those who are experiencing what maybe I did experience. I have a real understanding. And in the way of the world, my energy can certainly and will help others, even if I don't know it. And I can go back here and again look at this king where I feel like someone is in some way proclaiming the victory over this Ten of Wands. And I feel like this king, whether I have known him before or I have not, is like paying attention and seeing my perspective of it. Interesting. So this could talk about, I don't know, like in the Five of Cups, there's two cups that are behind him, two shiny new cups that he's not seeing, right? But the sun is here. So he could, if he wanted to. Again, it takes energy of clearing that emotional house. That's what Death card says. Clear it. Start again as the Fool. Be open to what can be, but especially if you're in fresh type energy. Anyway, anyway. Some of you in some way may be speaking about your own experiences, maybe how you did overcome, and maybe it's now turning into your business type thing. But again, I feel like someone hearing you, and listen, you don't have to be speaking, maybe you're typing You know, who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to put limitations on it, but I definitely feel that here. And I don't feel the Queen is aware of that. All right, look at this. We have the Nine of Cups coming over this King of Pentacles. Um, I feel like this Nine of Cups is you. And I feel like you did exactly what I just said, or you will be, because, you know, we go for that one more time. We go from that Five of Cups where, look, you know, it's kind of like I'm wallowing in my heartache. I'm wallowing in these spilt cups. And Death card says, put an end to that. Don't resist something new in your life. So you move through the Eight of Pentacles energy. And by the way, it has to be you who makes that choice. Eight is about self. At least in the tarot, I feel like the eights are self-created energy. I choose whether I'm going to look at my emotional house. Maybe for a while you have held it back. And it could be both of you, but I do feel like eventually either you will or you have arrived at the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, again, is independent energy, but it's you know, my emotional house is in order. The work has been done. And I'm feeling good in the Nine of Cups. It doesn't mean the rest of the world is feeling good, but you're finding a peace within yourself, an inner peace. Um, and out of that energy, you may create. Maybe you start creating, and maybe, again, you know, however you do it, it's like maybe you just make a post and you talk about the trip that you've just been on, right? Like, let me tell you about the cycle I was just on, you know, but ultimately what I'm going to tell you is how I overcame it and how you can too. Nine of Cups, you know, there's a lot of balance. There is, you're feeling joyful again. Let's keep going. So, I have to say, I kind of like this King. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to move over the, you know, and by the way, we have the Nine of Cups coming over this King. Does this King come in and then boom, where do we move next to? The Ten of Cups. Progression right away. Well, hello, Destiny. So we have the Wheel twice. I do feel like we're telling a couple different stories here. And maybe ultimately what it's saying is whichever direction you decide to go, whichever person you decide to choose, whichever craft you decide to develop, just be devoted to it. Be devoted to it, and it feels like it will be devoted to you. There's definitely progression. So the Wheel, energy of victory. Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Six of Wands. It is destiny. You know, it's an opportunity that shows. I feel like, you know, we got to jump on that wheel, but here it is, it shows, and it's right over the Ten of Cups. Dun, 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 dun. We have the Two of Swords. Just look closely at that image. She got a blindfold on. Two swords are crossed, right? But they're crossed over the moon. To me, that represents, you know, if I have fear about making a decision, what I'm fearful is the unknown. But yet I have a blindfold on, right? So the blindfold is, to me, sometimes not being willing to see maybe my part in it. It's just something I don't want to see. And I feel part of the uncertainty of making a decision is because, again, it's next to the moon. There's shadows. However, as I say that, we got to remember, here is the sun. Here is the sun. So this could talk about trusting your gut in something. Trusting your gut in your decisions, and you know, death cards like, well, if there's confusion, and listen, some of it may become may be because it's coming over the Eight of Wands also, so it could be something that's moving almost too fast, and therefore causes you a little fear. Maybe it brings up some old emotions. But nonetheless, nonetheless, look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. And with the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands to me is someone like the Fool. I'm taking a chance on something that I desire. Coming right over the Nine of Pentacles. So that's self-employment. That is the energy of, if I focus on my pentacles or my creativity, I will build it. It will build. It starts from a strong foundation, and I'm building it upward. Upward. This is the energy where I want to feel independent. I'm proud of that. Now, I can be in a relationship and still be independent within my craft. So you gotta allow that too. But this truly is, I feel like for a lot of you, is where I can take care of myself. And it's success. It's success. And not only is it success, but it's also energy of the guardian angel. We have the Knight of Pentacles bringing this pentacle, slow but steady, but it's coming, right? It's coming. This ace can certainly represent anything. A love of my craft, learning, from my experiences. And this can be completely accidental where, I feel like I need to purge some of this, and maybe I do it through writing. Maybe I start a blog. Maybe I have a channel on YouTube. But I feel like through that energy, um, someone's got their eye on you, I feel like. And I don't mean that in a scary way. I mean, it's someone who has your perspective of something also. Anyways, here comes the wheel. So to me, like, it's all made to happen this way. It's a cycle of starting at the beginning, going through the lessons, some of the joys, and I come back out at the 9. I reflect upon it, gain the wisdom of it, and then I move into the next 2, right? The next experience. And how the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 want to show up. I have a lot of say so in that, right? I'm also creating in that 8 of Wands. So if I think about it, bring about. Think about it, bring about. Maybe sometimes, in the 2 swords touching that, sometimes I gotta realize that my fear of something because of the unknown can stop me, or it brings me back more fearful type energy. It's just going to match whatever I put out there. And that's what's happened. The universe is just matching what you put out there. If some of you have been fearful about starting your own business, Page of Wands over that is saying, do it, right? The page is like, let's go on this journey. It's almost like I'm leaving the house for the first time, and I'm looking for success. And you'll find it. I feel like you're going to find it. I feel like I'm going back and forth, but I feel like there are quite a few important messages in here. They may not all relate, but there's something similar within their journeys, I want to say. All right, let's keep going. You get the wheel over the 10 of Cups. So I feel like, whoever I end up with in this 10 of Cups, it's written in my destiny. And Mother Mary is just saying, be devoted. And it would be devoted back to you. If you're afraid of that, the best thing to do is take it slow, right? The moon here with the sun here, allowing someone to reveal themselves to you, right? Allowing them to reveal who they are to you, seeing it head on, right? If there's red flags, they will come. They will come at the beginning, and then it's up to us. I feel like they're also the red flags. I hate to say red flags. Really, what it is just your cease of intention showing you, wait a minute, I really wanted to go this way. You have free will, though, so you can override that. Anyway, Oh, I forgot. Look at this. Wow, we'll take it in a second. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups again. This King of Pentacles is surrounded by the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Ace. It's almost like two people receiving that Ace, maybe both in the Nine of Cups energy, which then, boom, takes them to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, the Magician, the importance of your thoughts, the remembering of all the tools that you have gained from previous lives. You don't lose them. It becomes your wisdom. Your wisdom becomes a tool to use, to guide. You know, you have them all. Coming over the Ace of Swords. Wow. And then, hello, Four of Wands. This is our marriage card, right? It's coming over the Four of Swords. Some of you, this is the healing of your marriage. Maybe you will both redevote yourselves to each other. But it is the ability to heal it and then restore it. I don't know how to say that. You know, some may be saying their vows again, recommitting to each other. In the Four of Wands, these two people want to commit to each other. There's nothing hidden here. They are face to face and they are in it to win it. You know, they're in it for the long haul. However, it's coming over the Four of Swords, so that tells me at one time this house, this couple, this family needed this healing. And listen, don't rule out that sometimes bad things, what feels like bad things, are meant to happen. Why? To force us to see the real truth of the matter. Sometimes, you know, I said that to Sam one time. I said, you know what? I feel like you're the type of person, it's like you don't learn a lesson. Now, I was wrong about this, but back then, I was like, you don't learn a lesson unless it's done to you. So you have to feel the karma of it to understand it. Now, since then, I have learned different, but at that time, I felt like that. So anyway, um, I don't know, guys. I just feel like, wow, 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 wow. Definitely healing of a marriage and healing of a family. There's three of them in there. You know, there's a child in there too. This Prince of Swords could also be the child of this Queen and King here. And it again may be the healing of the family because it comes over the Ten of Cups. I could be looking at just different relationships coming back together. You know, it's almost like, again, this Ace of Cups, this does feel like divine's love coming down on us and giving us the opportunity to see really the real truth of the matter through the sun. Nothing can be hidden. What was done in the dark will come to the light, but for a reason, so that we know our own truths, right? We're not living in fantasy. And I don't mean that ignorant, I just mean, you know, we're living in our own authentic skin, as so is the people that we're dealing, that are closest to us, right? That are part of our Ten of Cups. Okay, well, we have the Two of Swords right above this Four of Wands, so our commitment card, you know, there's a little, like, I don't know, I don't know. But why do I feel like you have a big part in this? Maybe it's just through what your soul truly wants. Okay, well, let's see. Cancer. Now you have the Ten of Pentacles. That's abundance. I have to tell you, this is also very powerful affirmation of moving forward. If you have a home business, if you are creating crafts out of your home, I feel like this is true affirmation that you will be abundant. Don't let fear stop you here. This creativity that you've gained, even if it's a learned craft, I feel like here's the abundance. And then we have the Page of Pentacles with that. Excuse me. We have a lot of earth. And the earth that showed up is very stable type energy. All of it. Okay. So we have the Ten of Pentacles coming over the Strength card. Again, it feels like the healing over my finances. I feel like things are turning around. Things are turning around. Things may be coming back, but if they come back, there's an opportunity to be better than before. Because I do feel like for some, and I know people get so mad, but listen, I know it for myself too. Sometimes I took the long way, where the short way was about, or maybe I took the short way, where, I wanted to get from the ace to the 10 immediately, where maybe I should have taken the long way, arrive at the same place, but I've gone through each part of the lessons and the experiences, and ultimately I come out wiser. I don't know, but I do feel like that. Anyway, okay, so we have such beautiful cards out here. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups twice, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands, ultimately, and the Magician with the Wheel. So, some of you are, it's like your soul's creating, your soul's bringing these pentacles to you, and you may be unbeknown, you don't know about it, unbeknownst to you. Um, and you may be starting to feel like this little anxiety of like, uh-oh, I feel like something's going to change. But I feel like if that's you, you're ready for the change, right? You want it. Again, I feel like if you are doing anything, especially out of the home, trust in yourself. Don't be fearful of it. Prince of Wands is someone who's going to move accordingly to his passion. And the Page of Pentacles down there also, I feel like building that foundation to you ultimately arrive at the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, that is the abundance within the home. But you seem to be a big part of it. And the Hangman's above that. So, I know a lot of you this is in the works. And this may say that this Knight of Pentacles is bringing in the opportunity for you to no longer hold it back, but to move forward. If this is relating to a business, I feel like if I rip off that blindfold, as I go along, I will learn. It's like the Page of Pentacles is all about knowledge. He seeks the knowledge. Give it to me. I want to learn. And therefore he does. He or she, it doesn't matter. It can be just the beginning of the knowledge that I will gain as I'm moving along. I don't need to know everything about everything. I just need to know my next step. And I feel like, listen, if this is also about a business, you have the energy here of people truly, um, should I say, looking up to you or almost like admiring you. And some of you, you're talking about your journey. And the talking of your journey, I feel like, is bringing in, it's, this can be of the past, a past relationship, but I don't feel like it's current. But then again, I feel like it also could be new, but I feel like this person is looking, hearing you, seeing what you're writing, however it's happening. Um, and I don't know, guys. I just feel like in the same breath, I feel like falling in love. Falling in love. They may appreciate how you can really see the details of things that maybe they didn't even think of. So they're open to hearing that, right? They're open to learning. I feel like everybody on the board is open to learning. I feel like the blessing over the home, it feels like for anyone who is ready and willing to devote themselves to it. Now, you're not going to devote yourself to someone who doesn't want to devote themselves to you, because the Four of Wands is both people want this. And if somebody doesn't, I don't feel like you hang on to them. I feel like you keep moving forward. And listen, maybe that was an old energy. It's like, okay, we're just not on the same page, right? I want stability, they want a party. So we got to go our separate ways, And then as you went on your separate ways, you each learned through experiences, through karma, through joy, um, different elements that you would like to keep and elements you'd like to get rid of in your life. So, two people could certainly be going through parallel experiences to arrive at the same place. It just may be the time. The Knight of Pentacles talks about patience. You know, sometimes we can get with someone when we're really too young, maybe not quite mature enough or stable enough. It doesn't mean we don't love them, right? But ultimately, the universe gets involved. Something happens where an ending does happen. Don't regret the endings. Don't regret the beginnings. Just understand them. That's it. So, anyways, is that confusing enough? I'm not confused. I worry that you guys are. I'm just trying to get everyone whose message is here their message. The wheel. Destiny. Some of you, it is doing it again. Some of you, you're beginning something, or you've already moved into something that does feel part of your destiny. Like you'll feel so good in what you're doing. And listen, when you can get lost in your creativity, I'm telling you, the universe opens up to you. It's like fireworks go off. And then what happens? More good things come in. For every low, there's always going to be a high. There's going to be a high, right? Right now, I'm just here. I'm at the low. Wow. Life will take care of you. The cycle will automatically happen, and there will be opportunity to celebrations again. It's just, what is your active part in bringing it sooner versus than later? Okay, I feel like I've just been talking. But I want to read the Mother Mary card, of course. Let's just pick some of this up. Let me know what you think about the new decks. The more I use them, I don't know. I'm loving them more and more. Okay, devotion. This card reminds you to stick with what you believe and not to waver from your values. If someone or something tempts you away from your basic core beliefs, pray for the strength to say no. Don't go chasing illusions of more money or love when everything you need and desire is available to you now if you simply recommit to what is right for you. What is important to you? That is the answer you seek. Spend time in prayerful communication with God and pour your heart out to Him about your feelings, including any fears or doubts. God and Mother Mary love you unconditionally and are here for you right now. Pray for clarity about your true priorities, values, and beliefs, and then base your decisions upon this solid foundation. Commit to your beliefs and devote yourself to God, and everything else will take care of itself. Beautiful. Beautiful. I just love these cards. I just love them. I feel the energy of the message. Like, I feel it through my body, through my soul as I read them. And I hope you do too. So, devotion. Devoting to oneself also. Devoting back to your values. And if the healing has taken place, devoting yourself to your relationships and God. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to be curious to read your comments, just because there were a lot of messages. I love the clarity you give me. So thank you. That's my fulfillment. Thank you guys for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for your donation, keeping the channel alive. Thank you for your personal readings, all of that. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. And again, I thank you. I will see you soon. Bye bye.